today is crispy pork belly. I have chopped here some garlic and onion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna boil it first. We're gonna add some salt and pepper, and then we're gonna put it here and cook it for 1 hour. Okay, so there I've put in the salt, pepper, some meat spice, cinnamon, some bay leaf, garlic, onion, and we're gonna put some water in this and then put in the pork belly. Okay, so here's the pork belly. So the ribs has already been removed. I'm gonna put this inside. I've already also cleaned the skin as well. There's some meat prints there, but I think it's okay. So we're gonna put this here. Let it submerge. Okay, that looks good. Try to put it sideways so it don't fold. Yep. But anyway, this will probably sink when it's all done. So we're gonna cover this. Yep. And then we are gonna cook this, whatever it says here. That's gonna run for 30 minutes, and then we'll see if it's cooked once it's done. Yes. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I've removed it already. So we're just gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna poke some holes. Okay, so as you can see, I'll try. There's some water coming out from the skin, and this will take the water out. Then we're just gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna put it inside the fridge. Just gonna leave this for overnight. Hopefully it dries up, and then we're gonna air fry it tomorrow. All right, so here it is after out of the fridge. I don't know why, but somehow some of the hair came out, but don't worry about that, guys, because that's definitely gonna burn. I'll try to cut it as much as I can, but we'll see how. And then I'm gonna cut this here like that into square, just the skin, so that after it cooks, I won't be able to have a hard time cutting it, so that the skin will not break when I'm chopping it, so it's nicely square. So I'll just go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how it looks like. Alright, so I tried to trim the hair, and here's how it looks like after I sliced the skin to square. I tried to go as deep as possible, but not to the point that it breaks the whole thing. Yep. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna brush some vinegar. Just enough. So I will brush some vinegar on this. And I'm gonna just do the skin. I'll just do once first, and then I'll just let it dry for maybe 15 minutes. I'm also gonna put some salt on the skin, so the skin will taste a little bit salt. Okay, I'll be right back. Already put a salt, rub it on the skin, you can see. And then I'm just gonna leave this here for 15 minutes. Let the vinegar sit through. And then I'm gonna do it one more time to put the vinegar again, and then just a bunch of salt again. So here it is. So we have let it dry, left it for a while. Somehow the salt has been absorbed. And then I'm preheating the oven, the air fryer for already 3 minutes, so I'm gonna leave it for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna put this pork belly inside for 5 minutes, same temperature, and then we're gonna flip it over, same like what I did with the pork knuckles. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so this is how it looks like after 5 minutes. So we're gonna flip this over for another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna run it again for 200 degrees. Okay, so we have flipped it one more time. We're gonna run it for another 5 minutes, and then afterwards we're gonna let it rest. Alright, so it's finally done for the first round. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a while, let it cool down, and then I'm gonna run the same way, 5 minutes, and then for each side, and then we'll see what happens after that. So we'll be right back. Okay, so it's been sitting in there for a while, so it's already dry. So also I washed the air fryer because there's a lot of oil that came off from it, and I don't want the oil to burn, so because it's not gonna taste nice on the pork. So I'm gonna put this in, and then we're gonna run it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes has passed, so flip it over. So I'm gonna put it back for another 5 minutes. I'm gonna cook it again. Alright, so I've finished the 5 minutes, so I've already flipped it over. So we're gonna put it for the last 5 minutes. So you can see the skin is starting to pop out. So we're gonna do it one last time. Okay, so it's almost done. We're gonna see how it looks like. Alright, let's hope for the best. That looks so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna transfer this to a strainer, so just let the oil drip down and let it cool down a bit before we start chopping it. Wow. Okay. Okay.